Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. All right, Browns fans, get ready to dive into some compelling developments that could really shake things up in the AFC North. As you know, the Browns have been riding a roller coaster this season, filled with ups and downs, but recent events and performances suggest that things might be heading in a new direction, one that could significantly boost Cleveland's chances of making some serious noise come playoff time. Let's unpack what's been happening, especially around some of our young stars, and what it means for the next few games. Because if there's one thing Browns fans know, it's that this team never does things the easy way, but we're always resilient, always fighting, and right now, we're on the verge of some big changes. First, there's the story of Shedeur Sanders. Now, if you've been paying attention, you know that Sanders, the young quarterback, had his home debut in Cleveland recently. And let me tell you, it was a bit of a roller coaster. Definitely not what Browns fans were hoping for. His debut was marked by a bit of an awkward start, with some moments that made us all hold our breath. You see, during the game, Sanders was under a lot of pressure, trying to get comfortable in the spotlight. But things didn't go as smoothly as planned. He was visibly frustrated at times, especially after a miscommunication on the sideline where he got chewed out by none other than wide receiver Jeudy. Now, that's not something you see every day. Our young QB getting called out in front of the team, especially from a veteran like Jeudy, who was supposed to be a key piece of the Browns' offense this year. And speaking of Jeudy, this season has been a bit of a disappointment for him, fans. After a Pro Bowl caliber year, expectations for Jeudy were sky high. Cleveland brought him in to be a veteran leader, a guy who could help guide our young receivers and add some much-needed stability to our passing game. But so far, it's been a bit of a letdown. Jeudy has only managed 40 catches for 519 yards and just 2 touchdowns on 89 targets. That's not what we expected from a guy with his talent and experience. What's more concerning is that he's tied for the NFL lead in dropped passes, with 10, according to Fox Sports. That's a stat that fans are not used to seeing from Jeudy, and it's certainly not the level of production Browns fans were hoping for. Throughout the season, several opposing coaches and analysts have been talking about Sanders' potential, praising his performance in his first 4+ games as a pro. Despite the rocky start, there's a lot of optimism around him, but what really gets Browns fans talking is how he'll respond in these final few weeks. The next 3 games in particular are crucial. The game this Sunday at home against the Buffalo Bills could be a defining moment for Sanders. Fans are eager to see how he bounces back after what was, without a doubt, his worst showing as a pro last week in Chicago. That game was tough, not just because of the scoreboard, 31-3 loss, but because of how Cleveland played overall. We managed just 9 first downs and only 192 total yards of offense. Sanders was sacked 5 times and threw 3 interceptions. It was a game to forget, and you could tell the young QB was feeling the pressure. Now, I know some fans might point out that Sanders wasn't entirely at fault for the struggles. For instance, that infamous play where Jeudy let a potential 24-yard touchdown bounce right off his chest, leading to an interception, was a tough pill to swallow. That play could have changed the momentum of the game, but sometimes that's just football. What matters now is how Sanders responds. And you better believe all eyes will be on him this Sunday. The Bills are no joke. They're a talented team with a stout defense and a dynamic offense led by Josh Allen. Our young quarterback will need to show maturity, resilience, and leadership. It's a crucial moment for him and for our entire team. But let's talk about Jeudy for a moment, because despite his struggles, what really stands out is his attitude. He's been taking accountability, especially after that botched touchdown catch. He's publicly acknowledged his mistake and even showed some leadership by emphasizing that one game doesn't define who you are. That's the kind of mentality Browns fans love to see from our veterans, guys who understand adversity and refuse to let it break them. Jeudy said, "It's part of football. Don't let that dictate how you come out here and practice, and try to get better each and every week. Just keep being who you are, stay focused, and keep the main thing the main thing." Words like that from a guy who's been through a lot. Drafted 15th overall in 2020, shipped from Denver to Cleveland, and now working hard to regain his confidence, are exactly what this team needs right now. And let's not forget that Jeudy's contract runs through 2027, with a significant amount of guaranteed money still on his 2024 extension. That means the Browns are committed to him for the foreseeable future. We need him to be the veteran presence, the guy who lifts up the young receivers, not the guy who gets emotional on the sideline and creates distractions. Cleveland's locker room has been a place of growth and resilience this season, and Jeudy's experience and leadership, if he can keep his head straight, could be a major asset down the stretch. Now, what's really exciting for Browns fans is to see how this young team responds in these final games. We've seen flashes of potential, and even in the rough patches, there's always that feeling that the team is building something solid. The defense, led by Myles Garrett, has been relentless all season, creating pressure and turnovers when we need them most. Offensively, we've seen impressive plays from our running game, and with Deshaun Watson back in the mix, the offense has a chance to click even more. But it's these next few weeks that will truly test our team's character, resilience, and ability to close out games, especially against strong opponents like the Bills. This upcoming game is more than just a home game. It's a chance for Sanders to step up, for Jeudy to bounce back, and for Cleveland to show that we're not just a team with potential, but a squad that's ready to fight for a playoff spot and beyond. The Browns have faced adversity all season, but our fan base's belief remains unshaken. We've seen this team grow, learn from mistakes, and develop a sense of grit that's hard to find elsewhere. If Sanders can harness his talent and leadership, and if Jeudy can find his rhythm again, this team could turn their season around in a heartbeat. Because, let's be honest, Browns fans, we've been through a lot. We've seen heartbreak, disappointment, and moments where it felt like the team was just a few plays away from breaking through. But every season, we keep believing, and this year, the signs are there that something special might be brewing. The young core is getting more confident, the veterans are stepping up, and the coaching staff is pushing everyone to be better. That's what makes this team so exciting to watch. Every game is a new opportunity to prove ourselves, to show that the Browns are here to stay and that we're ready to make some noise in the postseason. And as we look ahead, the stakes are higher than ever. These last few games could define a lot about where Cleveland is headed. Will Sanders bounce back from his rough outing? Will Jeudy rediscover his form and become that reliable target we need? Can the defense continue to dominate and create turnovers? The answers to these questions will shape the rest of our season. But one thing is for sure, Brown and Orange run deep, and our passion for this team is unbreakable. We're all in, and we believe that with the right mindset and a little bit of that Cleveland grit, this team can still make some serious noise. So, Browns fans, get loud, stay positive, and keep supporting our guys no matter what happens. Because we've seen enough to know that this team has the talent and the heart to turn things around. The next few weeks are crucial, and I have no doubt that Cleveland is ready to fight for every yard, every point, and every win. We're not just here to watch, we're here to cheer, to believe, and to be part of this incredible journey. So buckle up, because the best is yet to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on Sanders' struggles and Jeudy's leadership? Do you think our young quarterback will bounce back this week? How do you feel about Jeudy's attitude and his future with the team? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Remember, this team has the heart, the talent, and the fire to turn this season around. So let's keep the faith, Browns fans. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.